Hi, I'm Dylan Stafford. I'm an assistant dean at UCLA Anderson, and I'm one of the leaders who've brought the Being a Leader course to UCLA Anderson. And speaking with Billy Erickson, who is earning his MBA from UCLA here and will be in the class of 2023, although he's probably going to get done sooner than that because he's in hard charging person. Billy is a sales and marketing manager at Tequila Fortaleza from Mexico. He is part of the family that for 6 generations has brought us Fortaleza tequila, and he did the Being a Leader class in 2021 this summer. So thank you, Billy, for the festive background, which is actually, that's a legit photo of your world down there, right?
Yep, yeah, that's our distillery. It's where every drop we make comes out of.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so question number 1. Why did you do the official title, the Being a Leader in the Effective Exercise of Leadership and Ontological Phenomenological Model? Why did you do that course?
Of course. So when I came to Anderson, I knew that I would want to focus on the area I've been working in my whole life, which is entrepreneurship and starting and running a smaller company. And I know that our succession plan, at least for work, is that I will take over running the company after my dad. So anything that I saw at Anderson that was going to be either entrepreneurship or leadership related, I was going to sign up for. So, and then it did come highly recommended by a couple of people that I'm close to.
Excellent. So you're in line to take over a family business, which your family is run for, you're the 6th generation. You came to Anderson to improve your ability to be an entrepreneur. You took this class to further that, your capability to ultimately receive the reins and take the company forward.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously it's also why I came to Anderson in general, right? Is to really become a master of running a business, because when I look down the line at the future here, it's we have 100 people that are employed at our distillery, which is if something were to happen in the company, it would be a lot of people that would lose their jobs. So it's a big responsibility to look forward to running.
It really is. That's 100 families impacted by the employment of those 100 employees. Excellent. Okay, good reason to come to UCLA Anderson, and glad you took the Being a Leader course. So what did you get out of the Being a Leader course?
There are a number of tools that the course teaches you, which each individually, I want to say, have contributed to me becoming a more effective leader. But also, the best way to maybe say it would be, I feel like I know what I'm doing now when I'm leading. And I'm able to isolate events that need to be isolated. I'm able to focus on the work that needs to get done. And I'm able to create a path forward for our organization to run more effectively, not only from micro level tasks of setting up a new tour system, right, that we didn't have before, but also macro level of, well, where are we going to be in 10 years? How are we going to get there? How do we create that future for our company, right? And obviously, I've been told 3 months since I've taken the course, that sounds a little large, but you start sort of thinking in these patterns of, well, to get to there, I would need to do these things in between here, and I can do this in the next 3 months, and that'll get us there. So that has been super insightful and very helpful to shift my work habits. And similarly, just in terms of the friction between managing people, working with coworkers, managing up, right? That has been lessened with some of the tools I've learned from the course. I'm able to better effectively work with my colleagues, understand my direct reports and what they're telling me needs to get done. And I think better able to interact with our leadership of my dad and then our board of directors.
Wow. Okay. That you said a lot. So an experience of better knowing what I'm doing, specifically, on maybe like a business process, setting up a tour, more effectiveness there. But in the step back in the, strategy, 10-year, where do we want to lead the organization, more effectiveness, expanded communication with your upline, which happens to be your dad and the board. So communication flowing with employees, with coworkers, and then the people above you. Okay, that's a lot. That's good. And it's only been 3 months, so it maybe sounds like a lot, but you were able to take some of the tools from the course and aim them at your work commitments, and you're getting results. I don't want to paraphrase too much, but is that what I'm hearing you experience so far?
Yeah, 100%. And that is, I want to say maybe even like a better way of putting it is one of the concepts they teach during the course that was really a few of the key learnings that stuck with me were like looking at things as a mountain with no top, and
the conversation about integrity.
About integrity, right? And even just looking at that as a little bit wider, that in an entrepreneurial setting, you're never going to have enough resources or people or time to get everything that you want to get dialed in done. And so it is going to feel a little bit like every day you're climbing up a mountain and you think you've maybe gotten to the top and you realize that there is another big hill right after it. And so being comfortable with that, I think, has really shifted my work perspective a lot.
Thank you. That's a great example. I can see that. So integrity in the course is dealt with as a positive phenomena, not a normative phenomena, that you can look at integrity the way we look at gravity. We don't have a normative opinion about gravity. Oh, this gravity is good today. No, yeah. Gravity is just gravity. And integrity, the way the Being a Leader course looks at integrity, it's not as morals, ethics, or legal. It's not looked at from a normative perspective. It's looked at from a positive perspective, that when integrity is in place in organizations, performance increases, the opportunity set for action increases. And as a leader in an organization, that's highly useful to have more workability and more choices to choose from as we put integrity in. And as an entrepreneur, and so the metaphor mountain with no top is, you don't just get your integrity handled and that's it. It's a lifelong. Life is always falling apart. There's always entropy, and we're always putting it back together.
That's exactly it. Some days you might fall down, but there's going to be a chance to get up tomorrow and fix it. So.
Excellent. Okay, great. You're getting me all inspired. I should take this class. Sounds good. All right. So third question. So, and you said it's been 3 months. What's happened career-wise since completing the course, or where are you seeing the impact in your career or in your role, I guess, at Tequila Fortaleza?
Yeah. So I want to tell you, the last 9 months for us have been a real big challenge. And after the course, the most effectiveness I saw is in dealing with our day-to-day operations right now. And the reason that is because we can't make enough tequila to keep up. And
really? Wow.
Yeah, so it's a great problem to have, right?
Are you saying that during COVID, people appreciate your brand even more? Is that what you're telling me?
It's exactly it. And the unfortunate part is just, I was struggling before the course to really tell people, like, well, we're going to be in this, then I'll maybe get you some inventory. And now, realizing that the integrity as a performance factor, just tell people, hey, look, we're out of stock. I will let you know when I get more. I don't know when I'm going to get more. But, as the salesperson in me, you always want to really just tell people, oh, yeah, we'll have more next week or the week after. And this made me realize that that wasn't really working for us. We had to just tell people, like, look, we're out. And when we have more, I'll let you know. And I'm going to cut it as equitably as I can between the different states that we're in. that's just the way it is, and you're able to have, I want to say, more tough conversations with some of your customers and such, and realize that this is okay.
So one impact is an expanded ability to have a tough conversation with I'm in charge of sales. My job is to get you product, and in sales we like to satisfy our customers, and there are the constraints of the moment, and the integrity conversation is, you're on the list and I got to divide it over several states, and I'm going to do my best, and I don't have product for you right now. So a freedom to have that conversation, possibly that was not the same before you did the course. Is that fair to?
Yeah, that would be a good summary of it. So, and then the second thing I would say is we're looking at evaluating a couple projects right now, and being able to create that future that we want to be in. Okay, this is the direction we're moving in. These are the steps we need to take it. Having that, being able to try and project yourself out 5 years out or a year out, is much more helpful in, I really want to say everything, because you have a direction of where you're going, and that's really what leadership is about. So.
Yes, the temporal domain of leadership is the future. And as a leader, we dwell in language, and we create a future that our team is interested in creating with us. And that exercise, and what is it to be able to have a 5-year conversation where people actually, it's JFK. We will put a man on the moon and bring him back safely by the end of the decade. That is the classic example of leadership, that language called forth from people action. It transformed how they were in the present to live into that future. Well, gosh, we would need some funding. We should go to Congress, and we would need some land. We should get a Cape Canaveral and a Houston, and we would need a bunch of smart engineers. We should create NASA and JPL and all of it. So within Tequila Fortaleza, your, ability to expand your effectiveness to have a 5-year conversation.
100%. So it's the same, we're not as grand scale as JFK, of course, but you have to, business always has to evolve and be planning for the future. So
we will put tequila on the moon, and we will bring home an empty bottle and smiles. I'm sorry. It's Friday afternoon. Okay.
I'm being served on SpaceX now.
That's right. Hi. Okay. Sorry. We're very lighthearted here. Okay. Thank you for looking at all 3 of these questions. Anything else that you might share with people who are considering, this is a course, I could take this course. Would it be for me? Anything in the world of your experience or the impact of the course that you would want to wrap up with?
Yeah, I mean, specifically to other students at Anderson, I would say, if your goal of coming to business school was to become a better leader, this course will give you the tools that you need to do that. And you'll be able to apply those immediately in your learning teams, in dealing with people, with your clubs, and then you're going to be able to practice it frequently with different people, which I think is really an asset, and then take that back into the workforce with you. And especially those who are looking at the business creation option, you're trying to create something brand new out of nothing. And I think that this is really a course that is going to give you some great tools to help you think about how you do that and how you get people on board to do that. And then how you communicate that vision and how you run it with those people, for the future successfully.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody, this is Billy Erickson. He's officially part of the class of 2023, but he's really going to get done a year early. Commutes up from San Diego. His family business is in Mexico. Sales and marketing manager, Tequila Fortaleza, graduate of Being a Leader 2021. And thanks, Billy, very much for your time. Thanks for sharing your perspective with everyone.
Of course. Thank you, Dylan.